Hello. The Cinematic Flashbacks invites you to the channel. Today I will talk about I Saw the Devil. One night, a school transport driver named Jang Kyung-chul encounters a pregnant woman named Jang Ju-yoon and offers to fix her penetrated tire. Resulting to beating her negligent, Kyung-chul destroys Ju-yoon at his home, and remembering that doing thusly, Ju-yoon's ring falls. Kyung-chul disregards it and scatters the body parts into a local stream. Exactly when a youngster finds one of Ju-yoon's ears, the police appear at the same time to lead a pursuit, drove by Fragment Manager Benevolent and Team Supervisor Jang, Ju-yoon's squashed father. The lost soulmate, Kim Soo-hyun, a NIS official, is similarly present and responsibilities to get recompense against the executioner. Soo-hyun gains of the four suspects from Team Supervisor Jang and proceeds to subtly torture and barbecue two of them. Subsequent to glancing through the home of Kyung-chul, the third suspect, Soo-hyun finds Ju-yoon's wedding ring, showing that Kyung-chul was the guilty party. A short period of time later, Kyung-chul brings an understudy home and goes after her. Soo-hyun beats him absent. Rather than killing Kyung-chul and being done with it, Soo-hyun decides to compel a GPS tracker on him, allowing him to see Kyung-chul's region dynamically and to focus on his conversations. Arousing hurt, Kyung-chul walks around the road and is offered a ride by a taxi beforehand containing one Voyager. Subsequent to getting in, and precisely conjecturing that the driver and explorer are actually two criminals wanting to scour and kill him, one being Soo-hyun's unvisited fourth suspect, he strikes out judiciously and kills them both. Sometime later, he finds the body of the authentic taxi driver in the capacity compartment. Kyung-chul throws out every one of the three bodies and drives to a modest local area where he genuinely goes after a clinical overseer. Soo-hyun makes an appearance to smother him and cuts his Achilles tendon, proceeding conveying him once more. Kyung-chul visits the home of his buddy Tae-ju, an executioner and brute. Directly following clearing up his situation for Tae-ju, the last choice remarks that whoever is after him ought to be the relative of one of his losses. Kyung-chul consequently finds Soo-hyun's personality directly following evaluating Ju-yoon's wedding ring, which Soo-hyun had put on pursuing him ahead of time. Soo-hyun appears and cripples the two executioners close by Tae-ju's darling Se-young. The next day, Tae-ju and Se-young, still unaware, are caught by the police and delivered off the crisis facility. Soo-hyun's trusted subordinate sorts out for Soo-hyun and Kyung-chul to evade the police and seek treatment for their wounds at an alternate office. The barely aware Kyung-chul hears Soo-hyun and the subordinate talking about the transmitter. Soo-hyun releases Kyung-chul again, yet the last choice outsmarts Soo-hyun, slitting the jugular of a medication expert while taking diuretics which he uses to dispense with the transmitter, then lays out it on a driver at a truck stop that he viciously beats. Soo-hyun goes into Tae-ju's clinical facility space to address him, and advances too far to consider turning back that Kyung-chul is chasing after Team Supervisor Jang and his other young lady Jang Se-yoon. Bothered, Soo-hyun breaks Tae-ju's jaw. Kyung-chul appears at the spot of Jang and proceeds to hard-heartedly assault him with a free weight, then kill Jang Se-yoon. Not long later, Kyung-chul tries to avoid Soo-hyun's retribution by surrendering to the police. Regardless, Soo-hyun drives by and gets Kyung-chul straightforwardly before the police's eyes. Taking him to the earlier circulation community, Soo-hyun tortures him, places him under the ad libitum guillotine, and leaves him holding a rope between his teeth to keep the sharp edge away from falling. Anyway, he disparages Soo-hyun. Kyung-chul begins to go overboard when he finds that his kid and more seasoned watchmen, whom he had abandoned some time earlier, have appeared and are endeavoring to visit him. As his family opens the doorway despite his smothered battles, it sets off another part set up by Soo-hyun that drops the sharp edge and mercilessly executes Kyung-chul before his friends and family. With Kyung-chul finally dead, Soo-hyun, who was tuning in through the transmitter some distance away, isolates in tears.
Thanks for watching. Consider subscribing.